We are the winners, watch us glimmer like the sun, we're the champions. We're in control, body and soul. We push ourselves to the maximum. The champions, the champions. We are the champions.
All right, Mo, and welcome to your warm-up. We're going to begin with a big breath. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's do it one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And we'll lead into a march. Just march in place. Just bring your knees up as high as you feel comfortable with. Doesn't really matter. And while still marching, we're going to start warming up our arms. We'll start with our biceps and our shoulders. Now you could do it at Matthew's tempo or a little bit slower, whatever you can do is great. We'll do a few more of those and then go into our chest warm-up. Just reach out in front of you. And then we're going to lead into some heel touches while also warming up the back of our arms. Just push your arms out a little behind you. You should really feel it on the back of your arms, your triceps. And 3, 2, 1, and stop. Now we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. Shoulders up and down. Don't move anything else. Good. Now we'll do some step touches from side to side. We'll lead into a double touch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, touch. If you want to make it harder, you can follow Matthew and just hover your foot instead of tapping it. And 3, 2, 1, you're all done. Let's wiggle it out a little bit. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And now you're ready for your workout. This is your segment on weight safety. All right, to start out, you're going to get your weights. If you're not comfortable with weights, you can always use something like a water bottle instead. Or if that's even too much, you don't have to use anything at all. So when we're using our weights, we don't want to swing them around. Yeah, just like that. You're going to end up hurting yourself or dropping your weights. Also, when we lift our weights, we don't want to slouch our shoulders or curve our back. Oh, look at that. That's just terrible. So Matthew, let's show her the proper form. Stand up straight, shoulders tall, feet are about shoulder width apart, and we have nice, smooth movements. Remember, if you're ever working out and you start to feel pain, stop immediately and take a break. And last but not least, don't throw your weights. Alright, the first exercise we're going to do is a bicep curl. We got our feet about shoulder width apart, and he's going to pump one arm at a time. Hands are going to face your leg when you start out, and they're going to twist to face your chest as you bring that weight up. Alright, you're halfway done. And you're done. Alright, if you feel like you can do any exercise again, go for it. If not, you can continue on to the next exercise. For your next exercise, we're going to do what's called a front and a side raise. Feet are shoulder width apart, standing up nice and tall with weights in your hands. We're going to raise them up in front of you. Now, if you can't lift them as high as Matthew, you can do a partial raise, which Matthew's going to show you. Now we're going to switch to the side. It's the same form as before, just like that. If you can't go all the way, that's alright, just do the best that you can do. And 9, and 10. Alright, go on to the next exercise. This next exercise is called a shoulder shrug. With weights in your hands, and yes, you have to use weights, we're just going to raise our shoulders. We're going to do 20 of these. And 2 more, 19 and 20. Alright, good job. For this next exercise, we're going to work on our legs. This is called a squat, and in your case, we're going to do a quarter squat. But please put a chair in front of you or behind you for a little support just in case you lose your balance or you need to sit down. So Matthew's got his weights in his hands, and watch. He's going to pretend like he's sitting down a little. Now you can go as deep as you can. His legs are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider, and take care that those knees don't go over your feet. Just stick your butt out. Now Matthew's going to stick his arms out for an extra challenge. You don't have to do that, you could just touch a chair if you wanted. And let's do 2 more. And good job. For this next exercise, we're going to be working the back of our arms. So weights in our hands and feet shoulder width apart and palms facing our backside, we're going to push back behind us. No swinging our arms, keep them pretty straight and smooth. You should really feel this in your triceps. And that's 2 and 1. Alright, good job. This last exercise is called a shoulder press, and I would recommend for beginners to not use weights. So Matthew has his feet shoulder width apart, and he's going to bring his arms up like he's a muscle man. And he's going to press up and then down. Just go as high as you can. If you can't do the whole thing, that's alright. Let's do 2 more. And done. Good job. To finish up your workout, we definitely want to get some cardio in. So put on your favorite song, and you can do it with weights in your hands if you want a little extra push, and just dance away. Have some fun.
Oh, hi there. You must have just finished your workout. I was just putting in a little stretch after mine. Let's stretch together. So first, just take a nice cleansing breath. Now breathe out. Now it's time to stretch those arms a little bit. Stretch this one for a nice 10 seconds. Really breathe into the muscle. After 10 seconds, switch to the other arm. After that, let's stretch out the back a little bit. You're going to give yourself a nice little pat on the back. Hold that for about 15 seconds. And after that, you're going to switch arms. Stretch as far as you can go. Alright. Now after that, let's move those shoulders back. Maybe 5 to 10 times. However you feel. Feel the stretch. Alright. Now, let's go the other way. Alright. Now let's stretch out the legs a little bit. Bend down and touch as far to the ground as you can. Oh, feel the stretch. Hold this one for about 15 to 20 seconds. If you can't touch the ground, that's okay. Go as far as you can go. Alright, now let's lean to one leg. Go as far down as you can go. If you can't grab your feet, then just grab your calf. Now let's switch to the other one. You're doing great. Alright, now let's take one last cleansing breath. Doesn't that feel good? You know what? Great job. You're gonna be a champ someday.